guys, so today I have a back to school makeup tutorial for you guys. So I am so excited to be filming this because I haven't really ever done a proper back to school tutorial before, and I especially haven't done one that I really liked, and this one I really love and I hope that you guys are gonna like it too. This is just a very quick and easy back to school routine. Obviously it took me a little bit longer because I was trying to explain the steps to you guys and why I was using certain products. But on a normal day this would probably only take me about 10 to 15 minutes before school, so it's very quick and easy. Some of these steps you definitely don't have to add into your routine. You can take away what you want from this. You can also skip some of the steps that you feel aren't necessary for you, but these are the steps that I chose to take to achieve this makeup look for me and what I would do if I was going to school. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this video. If you are new to my channel, hello, welcome. I hope that you guys enjoy my videos, and if you do, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And if you guys want to see how I got this back to school easy 10-minute drugstore makeup tutorial, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start by priming my face. I really like the Maybelline Master Prime. This one is for blur and redness control, but they do have a couple of other ones for you to choose for based on your skin type needs. You can definitely skip the step of priming, but for me personally, I think that it helps your foundation go on smoother, and because you are going to be at school for at least 7 to 8 hours, at least that's how it is here in the US, you definitely want to make sure that your makeup's going to last all day, so a primer is going to help with that. You just need a little bit and you're just going to dot it on your face and then blend it out. Next is going to be foundation, and once again, use any kind of foundation that you like. I'm actually going to be mixing two today. I wouldn't recommend that you mix two foundations on a day-to-day basis just because it's more of a hassle. I'm just personally mixing two today because neither of them are quite my color, so I have to get the right color, but I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow and the Revlon Color Stay. I would highly recommend either of these. I think that they're both really amazing. They both last a really long time and they both have a really good coverage, and they're both just really good foundations, so I would recommend either of these, but I'm going to be mixing the two together. So I find that one of the quickest ways to apply the foundation is to just take it and dot it on your face and then blend it out with a sponge. I would recommend the Real Technique sponge. This is about $6 and you can get it at either Ulta, Walmart, Harris Teeter, really a lot of different places like that. It's a very cheap sponge, but it's a very good quality sponge. It's also just a really quick application, and I love the way that it makes your foundation look. Just dot this on my face, and I'm going to take my sponge and just blend it out. Next is going to be concealer, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I highly recommend this concealer. It works amazingly, and it's only about $6 at really any drugstore. And you are going to put this underneath your eyes, which is going to help brighten your eyes and make you look a little bit more awake. And you could also use this for any blemishes or areas on your face that you feel need a little extra attention. I'm just going to go in a triangle shape. Underneath my eye like that. For most people this will be okay. I am gonna run some down my nose because I have like imperfections on my nose that are really hard to cover, so I usually always put concealer, but you can totally skip that step. And once again, we're gonna use the other side of the Real Technique. So I use the flat side to blend out the foundation, and I'm gonna use this little pointy side to blend out the concealer. So next you're going to want to set your entire face just to make sure that nothing moves throughout the day and that it's going to last all day. And for this, I'm going to be taking the NYX Highlight and Contouring powders. I love this palette, so I'm going to take these two shades right here, and you can get this at Target and at Ulta. I'm just going to be mixing these two shades, and I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Powder Brush. Just going to dab this underneath my eyes. Really set that concealer. And then I'm just going to set the rest of my face as well. So next I'm going to bronze up my face. I would definitely suggest anybody to bronze if you're going to be wearing foundation, because it's just going to bring life to your face and make you look like you have color and you're alive, and it's just going to really help to balance everything out and give you your face dimension. Once again, I'm taking the NYX Contour and Highlighting Palette, and I'm going to take these two shades right here mixed together to bronze my face, and for that I'm going to be using the e.l.f. complexion brush, and you can get any of these e.l.f. brushes for very cheap, for around like $3 to $4 at any Walmart or Target. So I'm just going to very lightly dab into both, tap off any excess. I'm going to bronze up my face, so I'm going to take this on the forehead. I'm not necessarily going to be contouring, so I'm just going to take that same brush and just really just dust this over the cheeks right where you normally would contour, and just bronze up the face once again, just to give you a little bit of dimension and color. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. Now, if you have really good eyebrows and you don't need to fill them in, definitely do not feel like you need to do this step. But for those of you who do need to fill in your eyebrows, or feel like you need to fill in your eyebrows, I'm going to show you this step so that you can kind of know the product that I would choose, and show you guys what I would do. So you could obviously use any kind of powder, but today I'm going to be using the Brow Precise Micro Pencil from Maybelline. I like this because it has a spoolie on one end and the product on the other, so you don't need to buy like a separate spoolie. It's just right here available with the pencil. And I'm just going to lightly fill in my brows. Once your eyebrows are filled in, you're going to want to make sure that they're set in place all day long. So I really like this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, and this comes in a couple of shades, so it will give your eyebrows a little bit of a tint. So if you don't feel like you need to fill them in with a powder or a pencil, you could also just go in with this just to give them a little bit of color, and also just help to fill them in just a little bit, any sparse areas. This will really help. It'll also keep your brows in place all day long. So I'm just going to go over my brows. So going in with this same palette that we used as bronzer, this is a really good trick, and this is something that I do all the time if I don't know what to do on my eyes or want something very light. I will go in with the same bronzer that I use. So I'm going to use this, and I'm using this on the e.l.f. blending brush. I'm just going to take this into my crease very lightly, and I don't have much product on this brush at all. And this is just going to give our eye a little bit of dimension. Now for a lid color, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Eyeshadow, and this is in the color Amber Rush. These eyeshadows, in my opinion, are some of the best eyeshadows on the market. They're really high quality for drugstore, and this color is just stunning. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on that same brush, and I'm just going to just put this on the lid. And you guys can see how beautiful that is. You can build this up or leave it really soft, because this eyeshadow builds a lot and it can get pretty intense. but I'm gonna leave it like this. And I love this eyeshadow, and they have a whole bunch of different colors, so if you didn't want to use this one, you could definitely go with a different color. You can definitely leave the eyes like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this darkest shade right here. I'm just taking a very tiny amount of that, and I'm just going to put this in the outer corner just to darken this up just a little bit. You definitely don't want to do too much, but I'm just using a tiny bit. And I'm going to use this shade right here. It's a very shimmery, like light shade to highlight my inner corner. And I'm just adding this right here just to brighten up my eyes a little bit. And then I'm going to use this color again just to dust this underneath the eye, just to give my eye a little bit more definition. So I'm just sweeping that underneath the eye and blending it out. I have not switched up my eye brush at all. I've used the same eye brush for the entire look. And that just gave my eyes a little bit of definition without it looking really harsh or crazy. And now I'm going to curl my lashes. This is just the one from e.l.f. And I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara to coat my lashes. I'm going to coat the top and the bottom pretty well because we're obviously not going to be wearing falsies to school. So I want my lashes to pop, so I'm going to put on a couple of coats of this. So there's your mascara done, and that is your eye look finished. I think that this eye look is just really beautiful, and it will draw attention without being too dramatic at school, but it'll also make you look like you tried and you're put together throughout the day. So to finish off the face, I'm going to be using blush, and I'm going to be using the NYX blush in Pinched. I love this shade. It's really beautiful, and I'm using that with an e.l.f. blush brush. And I'm just going to put this on my cheeks. For highlighter, I'm going to go back into this NYX palette. As you guys can see, this is a really good investment. It is a little bit higher price-wise out of everything that I'm showing you guys here, but as you guys can see, we're getting our money's worth, and we are getting a lot of use out of this. So I'm going to take these two highlighting shades right here, and that's what I'm going to use to highlight. I'm using a e.l.f. small tapered brush to apply this just on my cheekbones, and you guys can see that that gives us a really beautiful highlight. I'm also going to take a little bit of that on my nose and my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to show you guys a couple of the lip products that I recommend, just so if you guys can't get your hands on what I'm actually going to be using, or you guys don't want to use what I'm using, you guys can pick between all of the lip products I'm going to recommend, and decide what you guys want to use and what's best for you. So what I'm going to use is the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in Baby Doll. I love these NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipsticks. They're so good and they last all day long. But if you didn't want to use that, I also highly recommend these e.l.f. like little lippy stick things. This is in the color Coral, and it's a beautiful shade, and these are really cheap. I also really like the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipsticks. This is in the color Soft Spoken, but if this is too dark for you, you can obviously pick one of the lighter options, but I really do like these. Something else that you can go for is one of the LA Girl glazed lip paints. These are really awesome, and once again, these are only a couple of bucks, and they have some really pretty colors. This is in the color Allude, and I love this color. The last option, the color is definitely not what I would recommend you wear to school unless you want to make a statement. I mean, go for it if you want to, but this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams. This is obviously in the color Copenhagen, which is so popular. I'm not showing you guys this color for you guys to go, oh, go and wear this at school, but I definitely recommend these soft matte lip creams from NYX. They're really, really good, and they have a really wide range of colors, so you guys can choose which color that you want. But for today, like I said, I'm going to be using this NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipstick in the color Baby Doll. As you guys can see, that is just a really beautiful nude shade. Now to finish this off, and you can totally, once again, skip this step if you want to, but I would recommend it just because it'll help your makeup last longer and it'll take some of that powdery finish away from all of the powder products that we used on our face. But I'm going to be using the NYX Dewy Finish Spray. They also have a matte version of this and they're both really, really good. So if you have oily skin, I would definitely recommend the matte one, but if you have drier skin, especially in the winter and fall months during school, I really like the Dewy Finish Spray for us dry skin girls. So I'm just going to spray this all over my face. And that is just going to help to set our face, set all of the makeup, and help this makeup last all day long. Okay, you guys, and that is the finished look. I hope that you guys liked this video. This was a really fun video for me to film, and I really like the way that the look turned out. So let me know if you guys end up recreating this look. I would absolutely love to see pictures, so tag me on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, a picture of you guys wearing this. I would love to see what you guys look like wearing this makeup. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.